So as most of you know, we have a Friday and a Tuesday Krav Maga self-defense class. And this week we're going to start working on the technical aspect of the knife defense so that way on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we can work on the more dynamic side of it. So some of the things we've been working on Tuesday is different positions against the wall, on the ground, in a chair. And we're about ready to get to that point with the weapons. But before we do that, let's talk about a couple things. So first of all, what I expect whenever you guys hand the knife back and forth, don't just hand it back and forth like this. That's bad in a training situation. It's okay in a talking situation. But when you're in the training mindset, either put it on the ground or where the other person can pick it up just like that, or pass it in an awkward position where, passes back like that. That's the first one. The second thing is just basic, I guess, knife etiquette whenever they're holding it against you. So say he has the knife against me. I don't want my hands down, but I also don't want to be fake like this, because if my hands are above where he can see the knife, or he can't see the knife, he's going to be focusing on the hands. It's going to cause him to be more aggressive. He's not in control of the situation because he can see my hands. So I want my hands slightly below the knife so he still feels like he's in control because he has a clear sight of the knife. So that's the first thing. The other thing I don't want to do is I don't want to look him straight in the eye, because I might give away a tell that I'm about to do a defense. Because if I'm here and I have a moment of shock or surprise, he might slice me or cut me. So I want to keep my eyes either on the tee or look just past him. So that way it makes me look a little bit more cautious. It may make me look a little bit more like a victim. In that case, he gives him the power, and then I can disarm the knife. Because in this case, he's not the danger, the knife is. And if I do something to make him react a certain way, then he's going to cut me. So if I'm here, the last thing you want to think about is if I act too quickly in a knife situation, which is always good to explode, but in a knife situation, I can always act wrong. If it's a grab or a gun or something like that, the whole idea is with a gun, get off the line of fire. You've got only one trajectory that you have to worry about. With an attack or something, you can get hit a couple times and be okay. With a knife, just know that you're always going to get cut when in a knife defense situation. So if I'm here and I'm like, oh crap, I remember this, and I go that way, well, I just slice myself in the throat, and that's not good. So you got to worry about your angles. And one of the things that I'll tell you guys is think of a phrase. So if I'm here, I don't want to just freeze, I want to think of something to say. And it could be anything like, oh, do you want my keys or my wallet? Or are you going left or are you going right? I don't care what the phrase is, but you're going to say a phrase. And what that's going to do is going to cause him to stop and think. He's not going to answer the question. He's going to yell at you and cuss at you. But it's also going to give me a time to kind of decompress and think of what I'm supposed to do. So if I'm here, do you want my keys or my wallet? And then I do the appropriate defense. If it's across the neck this way, obviously you're going to push it that way. If it's underneath, you're going to take a breath, say your phrase, and push it down that way. So 1, 2, or 3. So that's a first little practice drill. If you want to practice at home, just have someone come up to you with like a stick or something that's not going to actually hurt you. And whenever they come up, you'll do a defense and see if you're doing it away from the neck or towards the neck. Make sure when you pass the knife, you either throw it on the ground, put it in an awkward position, and then the last thing, or last two things, keep your hands below the knife when we're doing defenses. And the other thing, always think of a phrase. So we're going to work on this more in detail on Friday. I'll post some videos later after Friday, but stay tuned. That's just a little bit of etiquette on what to do whenever we're doing knife defense. See you guys on the flip side.